friends, welcome to the next video. In this video we're talking about how to play your cymbals. Now, this is something that's very interesting because when you're just starting out, the first thing you think about is just bashing your cymbals and filling the sonic space with noise. But in reality, your cymbals are beautiful instruments that have so many tones and colors to them that you really have to know how to play them. Like any instrument, there's things that you do to get as much color and tone out of the instruments that you can. Okay, and I'm going to go over some ways that you can do that right now. So, obviously, the ride. This is a ride cymbal. This is a crash. It was stacked. So two crash cymbals. This is a regular Evolution HHX, and this is a 16-inch HH. Okay, and this is a 18, and this is just a stack I have of different cymbals here. So we're just going to start with the ride. Now, to get a nice ride sound, okay, there's several different things that you can do. You can play with a tip. Right, that's a tip sound. You can play with the neck of the stick. That's a very different sound there, okay? You can play on the bell with the tip. You can play on the bell with the neck. You can see that that's very different, okay? Now, there's a lot of strokes that I like a lot that are very particular. This one is the push stroke, okay? You push the cymbal down. I played it with the bass drum there, but that's basically what you do. By the way, I like that my cymbals touch because it gives it an extra, like when the music's going, it's like a jingle thing. I don't know, I like it. So the push. All right, so I'm taking the shank, the neck of the stick, I'm just pushing it, and I'm a little bit rolling it like this. Okay, now you can do that on any of the cymbals. And you can do what I call the mute stroke also. So it's just kind of the same thing, but you're holding the tip down on the cymbal. So, like that. So let me just demonstrate that one. See, I'm muting the cymbal with the tip of the stick while rolling up like this. Now, you have the push through, okay? The push through. You kind of take the neck on the edge there. You push. That's also known as the silent crash. So it makes hardly any noise. Right? I like it a lot. 1, 2. All right, gives everything a very particular sound, very nice, open, kind of warm sound. Of course, you have the typical crashes, with the tip of the stick. You have the typical crashes with the neck on the edge. And those are something that, I don't do a whole lot actually. And those strokes tend to limit the life of your cymbal, actually. So if you can do the other strokes, it kind of prolongs the life of your cymbal. That's what I've found. Anyway, not never, okay? When I was young, I used to break cymbals because I didn't know how to play them. I haven't broken a cymbal in decades, okay? It's probably been decades. Maybe a splash I'll break if I put it here on the snare drum and I hit it accidentally a lot of times. But not even a splash I won't break that much, okay? So those are ways that you can get a lot of sound out of your cymbals. Now, there's one thing that people like to do is they cup the bell. They go, there's an artsy fartsy thing here. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's something that's very funny. That works, actually. It works. Now, depending on the style that you're playing, you'll be able to use these things a lot more. In rock, probably, in like heavy rock, you're just bashing the heck out of cymbals on the edges with the neck of the stick. But in jazz, you can apply all these things in a very beautiful way. So I'm just going to play some jazz time for you so you can see what's going on. 1, 2, 3. Okay? It kind of takes a little bit of practice to get used to playing the cymbals this way, because you have to control your strokes and you have to be aware of the choreography that you're doing. Now, not all the strokes are going to work with all the vocabulary that you're doing. So if you're doing some really fast runs, it's very unlikely that you'll be able to put your hand in a position to do something like this, a silent cymbal thing. It just doesn't, you don't have enough time. So I'm just gonna do like a fast run so you can see. 1, 2. So you see, to make it on time, you just have to get there and end the phrase. You can see, even though I'm doing a fast run there, I'm not like bashing the stick on the edge completely, but I am a little bit pushing it like that. That's my imagination anyway, to have a subtle sound. If you're doing really fast runs like rudimental things like this with paradiddle diddles, most likely you're playing on the tip of the sticks. Of course you can do, edge on the crashes, but it's really hard to do like the mute thing or anything else. It's just so fast, So each thing has its function, okay? Now, I'm just gonna mix in a couple of strokes so you can see what that sounds like, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4. You kind of get an idea of where I'm coming from with all this. To get a nice, big sound out of your cymbals, a rounded sound, a pro sound, you know, this is kind of what you need to do. If you're just constantly bashing all the same level, all the same way on the cymbals all the time, it's just not going to have very much range, okay? So let me play a little bit for you, and you have a chance to see all this stuff in action, okay? All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, just write me here in the description below. And remember, we have the lesson site waiting for you. Full year program, elite program, hands consultations, lifetime membership, and like that. Okay? Peace out.
Do you love drumming? Whether you are an amateur or a pro, what defines your drumming will be what you put into it, the things that you're exposed to, the things in your culture and the people you run across. If you love drumming, check out my lesson site, the most innovative curriculum in the world. I have taught thousands and thousands of drummers across the world in some of the most highly regarded drumming cultures. check out my lesson site and see what it's all about. From big band to rock to Afro-Cuban, Brazilian, one of the most complete lesson libraries on the planet. See you there.